Next stop, First Street. Please look right for traffic when exiting. Next stop, Royal York Road. Please look right for traffic when exiting.
Oh, hi, Harjot.
Next stop, Miles Road.
Yeah, we are currently riding on Streetcar. This is a very scenic route. It used to be called the 501 Queen, and now it's the 507.
Please look right for traffic when exiting.
And it travels between Long Branch Loop and the Humber Loop. And if you want to go further eastbound, you're going to hop on the 504, which leaves from the Humber Loop, and then you will continue to head
Next stop,
downtown.
Norris Crescent.
But the streetcar operates between the Humber Loop and the Long Branch Loop.
Please look right for traffic when exiting.
Good news, there is a Krispy Kreme donuts coming to Mimico. And it says here it's a
Please
donut
look right for
factory.
traffic when exiting.
And we couldn't be more excited to have a Krispy Kreme's donuts here in Mimico because there aren't too many places to get coffee around here. Unless, of course, you visit Birds and Beans, which is just on our right. We're passing by it. It's a really nice place to get. It's an independent coffee shop called Birds and Beans. Or if you're feeling a little more down to earth and you want something a little more ordinary, I think this is called Bagel Boys or Mimico. Actually, it used to be called Bagel Boys, but it's called Mimico Coffee Shop.
Please
And
look
they
right for
carry
traffic when exiting.
Mother Parker's coffee, and it's the same coffee that actually Tim Hortons uses. So, and if you've ever driven in Mississauga and you wanted to see where Mother Parker's coffee is made, I'm pretty sure it is made on Confederation and Dundas because I think they have a plant there. And sometimes if you go by there, you'll smell like coffee being roasted. So we're going to be passing by that coffee shop in just a moment. Here on Lakeshore Boulevard West. Yeah, it's called Mimico Coffee and Bagel.
Next stop, Burlington Street.
So if you wanted Tim Hortons here on the Lakeshore, really the only options in this area would be to go down to 13th Street, Lakeshore, or 12th Street. You could get the coffee inside the Rabbas, or if you go further east this way, you could go to Brooker's Lane and Lakeshore into that Rabbas. The next option would be 152 Park Lawn in Queensway, and you could definitely find Tim Hortons there. There used to be a Tim Hortons inside the Sobeys, which is at 125 the Queensway, but that is now turned into a Starbucks.
Next stop, Louisa Street. Next stop, Legion Road.
This used to be Bill and Son Towing, but they closed it down. And also over here, just right here, these are by the sea condos, and they've been here probably close to 10 years, maybe 8 to 10 years, and they face the lake.
Next stop, Park Lawn Road.
On se dezamknął, nawet Biblusa im bawi, aby tam ludzie pisali, i on masz prawo propaganda. Wtedy tam napisze, że ma prawo do nas
And just over here to my left, we have the, what's this is called here? This is Westlake, and this contains a Metro Plaza with a Shoppers Drug Mart, TD, Scotiabank, LCBO, Hanago, and Sunset Grill. And of course, Mimico Creek Dental. And of course, just over here, if you look really close and we'll zoom in, you will see a really old streetcar from probably the early 1900s, before there was a subway. So before 1954, there was a streetcar. displayed here. There's some people. This is probably right where Lakeshore was, had a streetcar at one point all those years ago. Right here by the TD.
A přitom Ela nepýtal o penězách, to my. Dejte Ele pokoj, vy smrti, tolik jste napáchali, tolik jste se jich zesmišovali do špinu, vystavujete jim, vy smrti, vy
I don't know how people have the audacity to speak on their phone without headphones so that others don't have to hear their conversation and speak in a quiet tone. I never could understand that. It's just the mannerisms of people these days. It's like not everybody wants to hear your conversation, so you could just, speak a little quieter or maybe excuse yourself. But it's polite to, use your headset and speak in a quieter tone, especially in public. I think this plaza is kind of cool, but it could have had a Winners or a Home Sense, and people could have got more things, or even a Canadian Tire. Really, if you think about it, we have a lot of space here above the Shoppers Drug Mart. It could have utilized more retail space, like I just mentioned, the Winners, or maybe a Marshalls or Home Sense. Canadian Tire would have been kind of nice to have those things. Or even a Dollarama. Do you notice there's no Dollarama around here? What were they thinking?
Next stop, 2155 Boulevard.
Battery's kind of on the low side, and I'm just going to charge it for a few minutes, but I wanted to continue to narrate my conversation on the live here. But unfortunately, I do need to charge because it's getting below 20%. So I may interchange between charging and speaking. But I thought we would take a little walk down to the southern area here and maybe show you guys some of the views of Lake Ontario. Since I'm not sure I have done that recently, especially on a beautiful day like today with a mix of rain and clouds, and beautiful clouds now. Earlier it was just a ton of rain that fell, like so much rain fell like in 5 to 10 minutes when I was on the streetcar earlier before I did my first live. And now I'm live again. Let's see where my battery's at now. And there's a lost cat here. Okay, so my battery is now a little bit more charged. And I know the last time I was around here was a little while ago, and the reception kind of cut out. So if it cuts out and it starts getting not very clear and it's buffering and everything, I may have to end the stream because for some reason the reception for data is not the greatest down here. But I will try to keep the phone in an upright position and hope that the reception is going to be somewhat good. But I'm not a big fan of bright, beautiful, hot, sunny days. I prefer days like today with clouds and cooler weather. I know a lot of people prefer sunny, bright days, but if it was sunny and bright, everybody would be out here and it would be full of people and really crowded, and I like it a little more on the quiet side. So, and I have not seen these pigeons before, but they are enjoying being on top of this little birdhouse. That's very nice to see this. I have not seen this before. And we have beautiful wild roses here. You can certainly smell them. They are very fragrant roses. This is like wild roses. Kind of reminds me of the 80s song I Touch Roses. Maybe you want to look that one up. It's a really nice song, and it's a song I do remember from the 1980s called I Touch Roses. I don't know who the artist is. Can't think off the top of my head who it is, but I know it's called I Touch Roses. So, very nice song. And these peaceful pigeons here. And there's more pigeons here too. I don't normally ever see pigeons around here. So again, it's my first time seeing these pigeons. See, it just said reconnect again, so I don't know. Sometimes I think the reception is not very good here, so I apologize. But I'm assuming that it's going to work. Maybe we will experiment and go a little further down here again, and hopefully it won't cut out. But if it does, I may have to end the stream.